Remarkable evolution over the years. The Chinese military has also continuously strengthened itself by reinforcing the primacy of political guidance and advancing comprehensive reforms.
China pursues a national defense policy that is defensive in nature. China will never seek hegemony, expansion, or spheres of influence.
Today, the PLA protects China and its people while making significant contributions to safeguarding world peace. It is the largest contributing country for peacekeepers among the permanent members of the UN Security Council.
China has formulated a three-step development strategy for modernizing national defense and the armed forces to achieve the centenary goals of strengthening the PLA by 2027, realize the modernization of national defense and the armed forces by 2035, and fully... breaking the waves and galloping to the deep blue, the PLA Navy has comprehensively strengthened its maritime deterrent and combat capabilities to safeguard peace and stability.
Coming up next is the Air Force formation. Building a strong Air Force has been the unremitting pursuit of the party and the people. Taking off in times of wars and sharpening its edge in battles, the PLA Air Force is making great strides towards integrating air and space capabilities and coordinating offensive and defense operations.
Now under inspection is the Force Formation. As a core force of China's strategic deterrence, the PLA Rocket Force serves as the strategic support of China's status as a big power and an important cornerstone to safeguard national security and deter wars in all battles. naval spaces.
The aerospace force formation is making their debut in the parade. As a new domain, new calling force advocating peaceful utilization of space, the PLA Aerospace Force safeguards the lasting peace and prosperity of space, and offers strategic support to building a great power in aerospace.
Also making its debut is the Cyber Space Force formation. China advocates building a peaceful, secure, open, cooperative, and orderly cyberspace. Through building a cyber great wall, China decisively safeguards its network security and sovereignty. Digital battlefield.
The Information Support Force formation is also making its debut at the Tiananmen Square. As a brand new strategic arm, the PLA Information Support Force is capable of capturing information heights, strives for innovation and development, and provides support to win informationized and intelligent wars in multiple domains.
Now receiving inspection is the Joint Logistic Support Force formation. Self-reliance during the war of resistance all the way to becoming part of the synchronized operational systems and providing effective and precise assistance in the new era. The PLA Joint Logistic Support System has made new strides.
Distinguished by its versatility and effectiveness, it maintains stability to arm the police force is always a loyal guard and party.
New types of reserve forces have been fully integrated into the leadership and command systems of the military. They're ever prepared.
Acting as one in safeguarding their homes, red genes have passed on from one generation to another. In the new era,
Peacekeeping operations for 35 years, the Chinese peacekeeping forces have confronted daunting challenges and fulfilled their missions. The forces have guarded world peace without hesitating to sacrifice their lives, demonstrated through their action how China assumes its responsibility as a major power, making great contributions to building a community with a shared future for humanity. formation consists of EG-15 missile, EG-19, EG-17, and EG-20 hypersonic missiles. Missiles can be deployed on multiple platforms, such as carrier-based aircraft, surface vessels, and submarines, featuring long-range strike, fast speed, and strong destruction. They are sharp weapons for striking enemies in the sea.
Underwater weapon formation. Light and heavy torpedoes, as well as torpedoes propelled by rockets, are able to strike vessels and strike undersea targets. Special purpose naval mines can autonomously identify and attack targets.
The four types of weapons that are being inspected are all new generations of domestically made, highly mobile radar. With coordination, we can detect stealth aircraft and ballistic missiles far and near. They provide early warning that contains airspace and aerial security.
It's a heroic unit that accomplished large military feats. Such types of ground-to-air missiles, including MQ-20, MQ-19, and MQ-29, have now been made public. They can carry out multi-range and multi-layered anti-missile defense, capable of fighting against all range threats.
Drones formation set to defend a low-altitude domain. It includes empty drones missile and artillery systems, high-energy laser weapons, and high-powered microwave weapons. The trio used.
Driving towards us is cyberspace combat formation. The four types of equipment being inspected can command and control detector fins, carry out cyber and electronic countermeasures, and weapons. It is reinforced that consolidates cyber defense and powers joint force operations.
Electronic countermeasure formation. 5 types of repeated equipment are displayed. They can detect and monitor all frequencies and subdue enemy forces precisely. Capable of alien and space countermeasures and disconnected enemy networks. They are a crucial force in securing victory on joint multi-domain battlefields.
are to be revealed. The logistics support formation consists of ambulances, field hospital installations, fuel transport, fuel depots, fuel hot wheel providing system. They have greatly enhanced modern logistics for the troops.
Along the equivalent support formation are light repair vehicles, wheeled emergency rescue and repair vehicles, disassembled and assembled repair vehicles, and electromechanical maintenance vehicles, rugged armored hospital, weapons, and equipment.
Next to be inspected is the Strategic Strike Group, consisting of 4 formations. Air and rocket forces being organized into a joint group. The Chang'e 20A UD-18C Chang'e 1000 missiles implement long-range precision strikes to achieve multi-domain deterrence.
Speed is key to victory. Now we have hypersonic missile formation. The new types of missiles, UG-21, Dongfeng 17, and Dongfeng 2016, can fly at an extremely high speed, excel at breaking through blockage, and hit hard targets.
Coming up next for inspection is the first nuclear missile formation. The heavyweight weapons in the group include Jinping-1 air-based long-range missile, Jilang squeeze submarine-based intercontinental missile, Dongfeng 61 land-based intercontinental missile, and the new land-based intercontinental missile of Dongfeng 31. The first time showcases its nuclear warfare air together. They are vital strategic deterrents to safeguard national sovereignty and unity.
Now coming to us is the second nuclear around the world with its extensive shooting range. It is capable of providing defense and deterrence at any minute. With these strategic heavyweight weapons in hand, China will forge a shoulder peace to ship and its people, as well as world peace.
members fall out.
The parade guards mark positions and boundaries at the parade ground. 60 soldiers will line up in front of the eastern and western ornament columns on the Tiananmen Square.
Marching with steadfast footsteps and imposing bearing, the ironclad troops showcase their unshakable faith, strong conviction, strict discipline, and firm commitment to their duties.
Standing firm on the ground of the motherland and bearing the hope of the Chinese nation, the heroic People's Liberation Army has forged ahead dauntlessly throughout wars, achieving great historic feats for the party and the people.
At this solemn moment today, the People's Armed Forces are ready for the inspection of General Secretary of the Communist Party of China's Central Committee, Chinese President, and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, Xi Jinping. They are also ready to be reviewed by the party and the people.
Proceed with the inspection. Chief Commander of the Parade, Han Zhengxuan. Let's begin.
Next, President Xi will pay an eye salute to the party national and military flags.
同志们辛苦了！同志们好！同志们辛苦了！
In a typical back and forth, President Xi says, "Salute to you, comrades." And the soldiers reply, "Hail to chairman." The president then says, "Comrades, thank you for your hard work." To which the soldiers reply, "We serve the
同志们
people."
辛苦了！
President Xi's car rides past the troops. The soldiers shout, "Follow the party's command. Fight to win. Forge exemplary conduct. Justice will prevail. Peace will prevail. The people will prevail."
Follow the party's command sets the military's political orientation. Fighting to win is the basic function of the military. And the fundamental objective is development. Forging exemplary conduct demonstrates the party's nature and resolve.
Justice will prevail. Peace will prevail. The people will prevail. These three phrases were the closing lines in President Xi's speech 10 years ago, when the country marked the 70th anniversary of the victory of Chinese people's war of resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist Movement.
Yeah!
foot formations are now adjusting their lines. Vehicles and armaments are lining up. They will soon march to the Ceremonial.
The People's Liberation Army is known as the PLA. In 1927, its frontrunners were founded by the Communist Party of China. It was originally had the Chinese workers and peasants Red Army. This year marks the 98th anniversary of the founding of the PLA.
During the 14-year-long War of Resistance, under the leadership of the Communist Party of China, the 8th Red Army and the new 4th Army, together with the Chinese people, defeated the Japanese forces and enveloped the invaders. They asserted their role in the battlefields and achieved victory in the War of National Liberation.
The founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949, the PLA has also undertaken the tasks of national defense, security construction, while transforming itself into a more revolutionary and modernized
Alongside the latest generation of conventional weapons, the parade will feature unmanned intelligence systems, underwater combat units, cyber and electronic forces, and hypersonic weapons, highlighting the PLA's growing capacity to harness emerging technologies, adapt to the evolving character of warfare, and prevail in future conflicts.
Just as China's weaponry has seen remarkable evolution over the years, the Chinese military has also continuously strengthened itself by reinforcing the primacy of political guidance and advancing comprehensive reforms.
China pursues a national defense policy that is defensive in nature. China will never seek hegemony, expansion, or spheres of influence.
Today, the PLA protects China and its people while making significant contributions to safeguarding world peace. It is the largest contributing country for peacekeepers among the permanent members of the UN Security Council.
China has formulated a three-step development strategy for modernizing national defense and the armed forces to achieve the centenary goals of strengthening the PLA by 2027, realize the modernization of national defense and the armed forces by 2035, and fully build the military into a world-class one by 2050.
Centenary objectives state that by 2027, China will accelerate the integrated development of mechanization, informationization, and intelligentization, accelerate the modernization of military theory, organizational forms, personnel, and weaponry, and prioritize quality and efficiency to enhance operational efficiency of military systems, and optimize the utilization of defense resources and promote the synchronized growth of defense and economic strengths. Warplanes that form the aerial echelons will take off from several airports and fly over the Tiananmen Square.
Will involve thousands of troops, over 100 of them